Day 16 of the Diddy trial just ended, and something shocking was revealed about his connection to Jay-Z and Beyoncé. This proves that Diddy wasn't working alone. Jay-Z groomed Beyoncé when she was just 16. That's not all. Diddy's ex-assistant testified that Diddy groped her and threatened to kill her. Also, the security guard Diddy bribed to hide his freak-off tapes has come forward and leaked everything that happened in Diddy's hotel room. There's a lot to uncover, so let's break it down.
Beyoncé and Jay-Z have a toxic relationship. He preyed on her when she was just 18 years old. Fans accuse him of grooming her and then later on controlling her every move. At the same time, it's been revealed that he's a cheater and he cannot be trusted. So let's get into it.
I predict a Beyoncé and Jay-Z divorce announcement in 2025. It's officially gone too far. It's too much. The allegations are terrible, and I'm one of the biggest fans of Beyoncé. She is a legend. She is so talented, and if you know Beyoncé, she is so picky about what she posts on social media, who she associates with. I feel like the people around her, are very strategic on how her image comes off, and her being tied to Jay-Z, I just don't see it playing out like that. Like, I just don't see her sticking by his side for the long run, especially.
The truth about Jay-Z and Beyoncé's relationship is finally coming to light. From business deals to grooming and cheating scandals, it's all being exposed. Jay-Z started dating Beyoncé back when she was just 16 and he was 28. This went on for years, and Jay-Z only made the relationship public when Beyoncé turned 19. Jay-Z has always been nervous talking about this in interviews. Sadly, this isn't the first time he's done something like this.
How did two of the biggest names in music even meet?
Well, we met a long time ago. Award shows, a lot of different performances.
And at what point did the conversation come, hey, do you want to do some music?
You know how people, you see each other and you respect each other's music. It's always that conversation, we got to do something. You know that.
Right.
The time filler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that time filler turns into something real, then it's...
Another addition if you think you're looking at a super cute, super fashionable couple. But really, it's a 19-year-old Beyoncé and a 31-year-old Jay-Z. But as the internet is so good at doing, they have sleuthed out the truth thanks to Jay-Z's own lips. They met when she was 16 and he was 28. I don't know about you, but at 28, I don't meet 16-year-olds and think, that's my future wife. But I guess I'm different than most of Hollywood. When will Jay see his day?
She was a kid at that time, correct?
A 15-year-old girl who had been flown to the United States without parental supervision or a chaperone, brought to a grown man's office in a large corporate Manhattan building. Everybody knew when she flew in. I was there the day she got signed. Everyone was talking about it. And the 6 hours that she spent with him, and the 4 hours that she spent alone with him with no parental supervision. Her father didn't show up till the next day to come and collect the check.
Well, and
this isn't her life.
The rumors were even beyond that, right? That Jay-Z was cheating on Beyoncé with her when she was 17 is what a lot of this came out through a publicist who later then had to apologize. Have you spoken to my
friend Jonathan Hay? You should talk to Jonathan.
Please.
Because Jonathan was there. He was right there working with Rihanna. And it was right when they started crafting her to be seen as a brand and commodity only and not a person.
Rihanna, Aaliyah, and even Beyoncé, Jay-Z's interest in underage girls didn't begin or end with Beyoncé. He's always had a thing for younger women. To make things worse, the truth about why Beyoncé stayed with Jay-Z even after he admitted cheating is being revealed. According to 50 Cent, Jay-Z and Beyoncé married each other solely for business purposes. Jay-Z noticed Beyoncé's rising fame and decided to use that to his advantage. Now, Jay-Z is worth $2.5 billion.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyoncé.
Mm-hmm.
When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
This guy. Wow. You're gonna let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
he had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
No, he has like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard knock life.
Hold on. You're not wrong. At the same time.
After that, he got some shit. He started drinking. His pictures with him. He thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
On December 13, 2024, Uncle Ron, a former bodyguard who once worked for Jay-Z and Beyoncé, posted a video on TikTok. He claimed Jay-Z and Beyoncé were in a fake relationship to control the music industry. Uncle Ron said he had been receiving threats from them for what he knew. According to him, Beyoncé and Jay-Z married each other as a business relationship so they could grow their influence. 24 hours after this video was posted, Uncle Ron died.
I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people. Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are, how you step on anybody to stay on the top. So remember, your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there. See, what's done in the dark will definitely come in the light. Keep your threats up. I'm here today, and what I got to say, I'm gonna say it. So don't make idle threats to me. I say I ain't Biggie. Say I ain't Beanie Siegels. I ain't Freeway. How you wrote all them off the minute they did for you to get you to the top. All them writing for you, and then the minute you get a little taste of success, you wrote them off. You just totally said, I don't know him. Say you don't know me. I dare you. I dare you. Remember, all the receipts, all the proof, the old school footage, I still have it. See, hardly nobody knows, but I'll say it, man. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way. Y'all wish it what you wish it to stay on top. But there's one thing about me, bro. I can't be bought. This is Uncle Ron. Just like I know how you got started, I can put my foot down and make it all go away.
When we dig deeper into their relationship, it's clear that things aren't exactly what they appear to be. Jay-Z and Beyoncé try to show they are a loving couple, but reality is different. Jay-Z and Diddy are two sides of the same coin, and just like Diddy, Jay-Z is a violent man. Jay-Z actually pleaded guilty to third-degree assault for stabbing Lance Rivera back in December 1999, and Diddy was involved in a shooting in the same year.
Rap star is busted.
Jay-Z turned himself in tonight, and the cops started working on his rap sheet, accusing him of a stabbing at a trendy party.
Kimberly Richardson is at Midtown South right now. Kimberly.
Well, Rosanna, just a few hours ago, police here at Midtown South arrested Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. The rap star voluntarily turned himself in here at the precinct earlier this evening. Now, Carter is being held here in connection with that stabbing fight that erupted at the Kit Kat Club last night. But just a few moments ago, Carter's attorney had this to say.
He's not involved in this, period.
He was at the club?
That's my only comment. He wasn't involved in this.
So it was someone else that did the stabbing and the hitting?
I didn't say that. I said he was not involved in it.
Now, Slovis goes on to say that at no time was Jay-Z hiding from the police, that they were in touch with cops all day and that they're trying to resolve this as gentlemen. But as Mike Sheehan shows us, others say they've seen the dark side of Jay-Z.
I have my faults. You know, I'm not a perfect person.
The people in power had gave that ring to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is and was rambunctious, you know, just out with it. It don't mean that they not two of the same. One just a little quiet with his shit.
What happened at the basketball game? When they ran into, you guys ran into Jay-Z?
They were just talking. They was talking amongst each other about their little white girls. They little skinny white girls.
And I mean, did Diddy always say negative things about Jay around you?
The time he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay, yeah.
People who know Jay-Z have been speaking out for years. Jay-Z was pimping out Beyoncé to Diddy the same way Diddy was to Cassie. Truth is, Hollywood is a sick place, and now this trial is exposing everything that happened behind closed doors. Jay-Z groomed Beyoncé from the time she was 16 and brainwashed her. That's the real reason why Solange fought with Jay-Z and later distanced herself from the Carters.
Diddy always been the type of individual that wanted to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. He did the stuff to Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. They not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. Until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. Hey, buddy, we got you on this tape, and the girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. 250 cameras all over the house? Somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. When you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on something.
Jaguar Wright, who used to be Jay-Z's backup dancer, has spent years warning others in the music industry. She said that Jay-Z was a monster. According to her, Beyoncé knew everything that Jay-Z was doing, but she didn't stop him. Instead, she covered up his crimes.
Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop. Beyoncé is losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything, just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say so?
I mean, probably not, considering she's gonna be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is
Diddy and Jay-Z weren't working alone, and now everyone who helped them cover up their disgusting actions is being exposed. Eddie Garcia, the hotel's security supervisor, gave testimony in court. He said Diddy pressured him into signing an NDA. Diddy and his team were desperate to erase the video of him B-side and offered $100,000 divided among members of the hotel security team. Garcia said he signed a non-disclosure agreement that demanded he stay silent and destroy the evidence.
Today, the jurors in his trial heard from a former security supervisor at that hotel. His name is Eddie Garcia, and he testified that not long after the attack happened, Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Coram, called him to ask for the footage. He said that he told her no on the phone, and again when she showed up in the lobby, said he told her no again. But that night, Garcia testified, Christina Coram called him again, and this time she handed the phone to Diddy. Garcia told the jury in Combs' federal trial that Puff said if that video ever got out, it would ruin his career. He testified that Diddy promised to, quote, take care of him if he could only find a way to get that video. And so, Eddie Garcia, who was promised immunity to tell the truth in court, reached out to his boss, who agreed to sell the video for $50,000. And the following day, Garcia brought a USB drive with that video to a meeting he said included Diddy, that chief of staff, Christina Coram, and one of Diddy's bodyguards. But before handing over that little USB stick, Garcia said he told Diddy he was worried. He was concerned he might be implicated in a crime if Cassie Ventura ever called the police and complained. At which point, according to Garcia, Diddy had a plan. FaceTimed Cassie and ordered her to, quote, tell him you wanted this too, Cassie. A freshly beaten up Cassie was there on the FaceTime wearing a hoodie and complied with Diddy's demand, Eddie testified. He then said he signed a contract swearing that no other copy of the video existed and swearing him to silence with $1 million penalty if he ever spoke of what he saw or of what he did, i.e. the payoff. In return, Garcia says he was handed a bag containing $100,000, double the amount that Garcia's boss had asked for.
Phone records of Diddy's conversations with Eddie were collected by the feds, and these records connect his chief of staff, Christian Coram, to the crimes. In a separate lawsuit filed by rapper Lil Rod in February, Coram was described as the Ghislaine Maxwell to Sean Combs' Jeffrey Epstein.
Her chief of staff, Christina Coram, had evidence found in her phone that was seized. Today, we heard the testimony from Eddie Garcia, who was a security guard at the Intercontinental Hotel, and he said that Christina Coram and Diddy reached out to him multiple times to try to get possession of that video of Diddy beating Cassie Ventura, which he later claimed that him and his manager made this video disappear for Diddy and they were paid $100,000. After his bombshell testimony, the government said, I'm going to enter a stipulation into evidence. During a search at the Miami airport, law enforcement seized 2 cell phones from Christina Coram. And they are talking about when they rolled up on Diddy trying to get on his private jet when they were raiding the house in Miami and in LA. And after re-looking at all of those photos, I was able to confirm Christina Coram was with Diddy this day. And this is when they took both of her cell phones from her. Weirdly enough, this is the very last time that we would publicly see Christina Coram with Diddy, and before she would go ghost, deleting all of her social media accounts, even her LinkedIn. Now, the government is saying that there was evidence in one of these cell phones. There was 24 contacts, including one for Eddie My Angel. Eddie Garcia, the security guard, just had testified that Diddy kept calling him Eddie My Angel after he got the video for Diddy. And they were also able to confirm that it was Eddie's cell phone number that was attached to this name in this phone. And if you remember, in his testimony, he said Christina Korm even called his personal number to try to get him to get this video. And there was another contact that said, Eddie, my angel, friend, Intercontinental. There was also a photo of the IDs on Christina Korm's device. In Eddie's testimony, he said that Diddy made them hand over their IDs before they signed the NDAs and got the $100,000.